Welcome to episode 18 of Psycho Pass. Last time, Makishima escaped and we found out the truth behind how the civil system operates, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen now that he knows what he's going to do. And they know. We saw the after credit scene where they're already informed that he's made his escape. So, yeah, I'm excited to get into it. So we're going to watch the episode and discuss it. Subtitles and timer will be on the screen, so you can follow along, or you can pull up the full episode on the side, whatever you want. But let's go in 3, 2, 1, play. All right, so the aircraft has crashed in the street. Big fiery wreckage. Yeah, I'd say that's gotta be it. This is not for you. Of course, they were taken off of the case. Hey, Chief. Whose brain are you today? Like I was saying before, I don't know if she's normally operated by like all of them as a collective, or if she's operated by them individually. Just different individuals take over at different times. But either way. Yeah, they're like, nope, you guys stay away. We don't want you near this information. But while the OP is playing, let me say that if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel. Psycho Pass comes out every Wednesday, with other videos every single day of the week. I'm just looking at all the colors of the opening. It's really cool. Of course, I've seen it many times, but it's still interesting. I just love the use of the color. And the song too, but yeah. Also, check out the description down below for Twitter and Discord links. Also Patreon, where you can support the channel. Get these videos early. Vote in polls for which shows I'm going to watch, and get exclusive vlogs that won't be on YouTube. So thank you very much. I honestly don't remember the first opening. I liked it at the time, but whenever I think of Psycho Pass, I just think of this one now. I just start going, so, 'cause I feel, and then I can't remember what the first one even was. I'll have to look it up, because I liked it. This one has just overshadowed it in my mind. A promise written on water. Okay. Well, he beat the shit out of the Robo-Chief. Okay, good luck with that. So just go get him again, and then we'll find out how he escaped this time. And bring him in alive again. He just escaped because of bringing him in alive before, but do it again. Because, of course, they want his brain. And they won't tell Yanoza what's happening. They won't give him any more information. Nah, he didn't escape. Oh, yeah. His blunder. You generous soul. What about Kogami? Of course. No Kogami on the case. I don't think that's gonna work. Whoa! Not even his capture, his safety. Either Kogami is going to say, fuck you, I'm doing the case anyway. Maybe Ginoza will even say that at some point. Like, fuck it. This is too weird. I'm not going to follow orders. I don't know if he'd be willing to go that far just yet. Yeah, maybe eventually. Sorry. I guess I'll have to accept it for now. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, that's what she said. Pretty much. It's not about stopping him, it's about assimilating him. What would happen if he was brought into the system? Because his brain operates so differently. Like, how would that affect things? How would that affect the judgment? I mean, Kogami seems to know that he was telling the truth. It's not free from authority, it's humans. It's human brains making the decisions. And they don't even get to know what body that was, of course. Not only is it human brains making the judgments, it's the humans you probably wouldn't want to be making your judgments. Kogami is always on top of things, so yeah, they weren't even allowed to include that detail about Makishima, which is a very important detail, but that's not something they want in public record. They want to cover that up. That's a good question. Okay, so like a case by case basis? Pretty much. That's what you have to do. Public order is important, and so, just like the collapse of the system or this mass reveal of its flaws could cause so much chaos that it's not even worth it. So Kogami wants to kill him. Akane wants to prosecute him. But yeah, I mean, I think it's about figuring out like the middle ground, how to work within the system and make it better. She, of course, doesn't want to resort to killing. Yeah, he did say that. I don't think that's trivial. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm sure he wants to be a detective, but you can't help it. He's just following orders. But he's doubting it. He's not sure what to do. Yeah, the right answer, that's a tough question. Okay. The ball. All right. Advice for his son. But will he be able to do that? I mean, he's just trying to tell him what's best for his own sake. But maybe he'll be more like his dad than it seemed. Yeah, he understands that. So is he really gonna disobey orders? He knows that having Kogami is important? So this is your detective instinct. A little bit. Slightly. Your detective instinct knowing that we need that detective because he has better instinct. Alright, so yeah, he is not gonna just roll down the hill uselessly like a ball. He is going to be active. There's also that whole enforcer who escaped thing. I don't know what that'll have to do with anything. But we'll see. Okay. So he's going to be working with some other people. Division 2. Whoa, hi. That's a lot of police drones all at once. Hello? Can they tell that something is. Oh shit, yeah, they could tell. Well, they really do not want Kogami involved in this case. Hi, Chief. What's up? I guess we underestimated you. Right? Oh well, fuck it. Alright, well, let's see. What is Ginoza gonna do in this situation? So what will you do? I think Ginoza's gonna stand up to her. He can. I don't think he's gonna do it. Yeah, no. It's not gonna happen. Whoa, no way. She's actually switching it. What a bitch. Of course, showing them that she can do that in the first place is risky, but wow, she's just saying go all out. Show me that you're committed. Kill him right now. So now we know he's not going to do it. But he's standing there. He's like, yeah, okay. There's nothing I can do. So he's not going to do it. What is he going to do? Whoa. Akane? Good girl. She just followed the rules, lady. Nice. Smooth. Some, like, biting sarcasm right there. Alright, I would have liked to seen Ginoza do something else, but, like, there's not much he really could have done. He was in a bad situation. Good move on Akane, though. Yeah. I mean, I was like, is he just gonna like fucking elbow her in the face, like, and tell Kogami to run? What's he gonna do? There wasn't really many options. Probably. So they're looking into the helmet over here. All right, how are they gonna do that? Make these helmets useless? Does he want to use it himself to be able to escape and move undetected? uh, we still got time. All right, well then, I guess she's bi. That's awesome. Anyway, what an interesting question. Should I have? Uh, yes. Yep, he's wearing it. Well, of course, he has the personal connection from the previous case with his old enforcer. All right, we got to get him no matter what. All right, a safe house that we can use. In case you maybe need to go off the grid for a while, get away. That's awesome of Masaoka. No goodbye for Akane, so he's going. This is it. He's going after Makishima himself. Then where he'll go after that, Possibly a safe house. A letter. So she's going to have to follow after him. There's so many parts where he really seems so much more like the main character. So there he goes. Using Makishima's helmet to get out and go track him down. How are you going to find him? Can't remain a detective. So, he's gonna put it into him personally. Can't do anything as a detective, so I've gotta be something else. He's disillusioned by the law and the system. Alright. So he's like, you're not wrong. You make sense. This is just what I want to do. Like, maybe it's not the right thing, but it's what I'm doing. This is what I have to do for myself. So do it if you have to. Yeah. Well, you know she's got to go after him. What the hell are they going to do, though? Like, there's only like 4 episodes left. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. This was a slow one, just build up. But it was good, and I'm really excited, so let's talk about it. Alright, episode 18 was a slow one in between Makishima's capture and escape, and what they're going to do about him now, leading into the climax of the series with the last 4 episodes. So it was that sort of needed intermediary, slower build-up time, but it was good. Especially everything that was going on with Kogami, some good stuff for Ginoza, and Akane, making me really curious what the hell is going to happen. We don't see Makishima at all, so whatever he's doing, we have no idea. I mentioned it at the beginning, how the new OP has gotten itself so far into my brain that I didn't even remember what the old one was anymore. So I looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, I do like that one. It's just that when I think of Psycho-Pass, "'Cause I Feel" instantly comes into my head now, because it's so catchy. But yeah, the old one was good too. But either way, with Ginoza, all this information being withheld, of course they had already been removed from the case before in the last episode, some bodies being taken away and they don't know what that's about, they're not allowed to be on it, and she specifically says, recapture Makishima, his safety is the top priority. It doesn't even seem to be about stopping him from killing, it just seems to be about wanting him, and we know that it is because they want to assimilate him into the Sybil system, and I wonder what that would even be like, because, you know, you have all these brains in there working as a collective, but introducing somebody like him, who's probably different than a lot of them, because they all, you know, like we saw from Toma Kozaboro's perspective of him being like, I'm a god, I'm reigning over society, and Makishima's like, that's fucking dumb. So he's not about that at all. So if you introduced a brain like him into the group, how would that change things? I have no idea. But either way, them holding out all this information, Ginoza getting suspicious. Everybody is. Of course, Kogami's always on top of things, always figuring things out, so he realizes that it's odd. And yeah, I mean, just capture him again. Top priority is to bring him in alive. I know we just did that, and then he got away. It's fine, do it again. His safety is what matters. And Ginoza's like, what the hell? So I realized, all right, we're building up to Ginoza disobeying orders. But I'm happy with the rate that it happened. Because, of course, from the beginning, Ginoza seems like he's been set up for a character arc of eventually disobeying orders, possibly even becoming an enforcer himself. It really seems like he could be on that trajectory. So I was like, okay, is he just going to go completely crazy all of a sudden? But I like that it was more gradual. Here, he allowed Kogami to work on the case in sort of a sneaky way by sending him off to this other division, because he realized, despite not having the kind of detective intuition that his father or Kogami might have, he has a little tiny shred of it. He can make his own decisions, and he can realize what is the right thing to do. And so he does disobey orders. But then, I was wondering what he would do when forced to point the Dominator at Kogami. How crazy is it gonna get? And that's pretty much the end of it for right now, which is good. He didn't just turn into a completely different person all of a sudden. He started gradually disobeying orders, and I think it'll escalate as the conflict escalates towards the end of the show. But that was a tense scene. I mean, I knew he wasn't gonna kill Kogami or anything, but I just wanted to know what he was gonna do. I felt bad for him in that moment. The fact that they were stopped so easily and that he had to point his Dominator at him, he was already hesitant. She said, it looked like, and she was saying you're being lenient, as in, you're not using the lethal mode, but just from the way he was holding it, it kind of looked like he was rather unsure. I don't know if he would have pulled the trigger, because it was just the paralyzer, so he would have been fine, and, what else can they do? How else, that might be, the most peaceful way they can get out of that situation? But he was still seeming a little hesitant, because he knew that it was fucked up. But then for her to reveal the power she has to affect the Dominators that way in front of them, surprising them all and setting it to lethal mode and saying, yeah, kill Kogami right now. Obviously, he doesn't want to do it. Kogami is just standing there because what can he do? And that was a shitty moment, even though it's not going to happen. Akane was great, though. I would have liked to have seen what Ginoza might do, but, what could he have done? It was a horrible situation to be in. Had he had more time, what would he have done? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think he would have done it. I don't think he would have been able to bring himself to kill Kogami. But Akane stepping in and then saying that to the chief really kind of just put her in her place. She just spoke completely truthfully and logically, but with that little sarcastic, sassy edge, just kind of hey, when their coefficient is less than 300, it's the paralyzer mode. That's the way the system works. And it's can't argue with that. She kind of gives Akane a dirty little look, it seems. But with Ginoza sort of starting to realize what needs to be done, having that conversation with his father, which was nice. Kind of a bonding scene for them, him giving advice to his son to stay out of trouble and what's probably best for him. But I can't wait to see where Ginoza goes in the coming episodes. But with Kogami, of course, being taken off the case, that's not going to fly this late in the show. He has to do it. I love the letter that he wrote to Akane. That was really good. Just acknowledging that, you and your ideals are strong and you should stick to them. Don't think that this is me disproving your beliefs by doing this just because I betrayed you or anything. I think you are in the right. Even if what I'm doing here is wrong, it's just what I have to do. He can acknowledge, yeah, maybe you're being more rational about it. Everything she says about bringing back the old ways for this case, maybe going by a case-by-case basis, open up a court, let him defend himself, sentence him, go about it like that. Even if he can understand, yeah, that's probably what should be done, there's just this part of him, this more emotional part that just can't let it go, and he has to go finish off Makishima. He just can't let him go. So I really liked that. Using the helmet to get out is great. is a great ending scene of him just setting off on his own, really feeling more like the main character. There are definitely parts of the show where it feels like Kogami is the main character more than Akane. They definitely share that status as far as I'm concerned. So just him going off to do this, knowing that Akane definitely has to go follow what the hell's going to happen with Ginoza and everybody else. What about that enforcer who got away? What the hell's that about? Where is Makishima and what is he working on? They say they're going to work on countermeasures for the helmet once they get everything back in order. I don't know how they'll go about that, but apparently they're going to. I don't know how soon that will be, but they're at least working on it. So now that they know this helmet thing exists, of course they're going to want to work on that not being a problem anymore. But yeah, it was just a slow build-up episode, but it was good. We had some good conversations. I think this was one where in the original production, from things that I heard, that Production IG took a break for like 2 episodes or something and gave it to another studio. And I feel like this might have been one of those episodes, because this was, a slower one where you can get away with not having amazing art or animation. But since it's so far after the fact, after the episodes have aired and you've got like Blu-ray quality, I'm sure it's all been gone back to and fixed. But I feel like this may have been one of those episodes originally where they outsourced it just because it was one of the less important episodes. But yeah, there's not much else to really say. I'm just looking forward to the conclusion. Is everybody going to find out about the truth behind the system, that they are being judged by this collection of human brains, specifically those human brains, the brains of psychopaths? Jesus, now I'm confused. Psychopaths? It's a pretty big reveal. And what is the right thing to do in all of this? Great scene with Masaoka as well, with Kogami giving him the keys to that safe house after getting his answer for why he was doing what he was doing. But what is the correct course of action here? What's going to happen to Makishima? What's going to happen with the system? How will they work on reforming it? Because Akane says that following the law is important, but public order is as well. And we've talked about that before, how just a complete collapse of the system would just be so much chaos. And it's probably best to find a middle ground, because there are good aspects to this system. So maybe you can work on keeping some of those good aspects and trying to fight to reform some of the bad ones while fighting from within the law and within the system, and kind of starting to work maybe on a more case-by-case basis and doing what you need to do here. I don't know. Is Makishima going to die? Are we going to get a trial? Are we going to get some kind of courtroom scene? I am excited to find out. So let me know your thoughts on this episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Check out the Patreon and all that stuff linked down in the description below. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.